For anyone who still has any lingering doubts about whether or not I control the weather, I ordered my first ever pair of prescription sunglasses yesterday, and now it's jacket weather, it's cold, it's rainy. I think I killed summer. Sorry. Firstly, an apology. Today's video is going to be a very techie, nerdy, obsessive look at weight loss, Weight Watchers, MyFitnessPal, comparisons with different weight loss apps. We started to touch on it a little bit yesterday. You know how I get about this stuff. We're going to touch on it even more today. If that kind of thing doesn't interest you, come back tomorrow. I need to do this because I have lots of questions that have come off the back of today's comments that I need to ask you all about. Questions, in fact, that can only be answered by me showing you the apps on my phone. Now, we had a lot of sound issues yesterday when I tried to show you apps on my phone, so I'm trying to hook it up so that it's screen capturing either here or here. I'm not sure which way I ended up doing it, but this is my phone. Firstly, how much does it upset all of you? How many notifications I've got? Look at all these beautiful notifications. They don't bother me the way they bother so many other people. But many notifications. That's not what we're here for today. We're here to have a look at Weight Watchers and to have a look at MyFitnessPal, because I still don't really understand Weight Watchers. So if we go into the Weight Watchers app, as we said yesterday, I've got 60 smart points a day to use for Weight Watchers. And I've tracked everything I've eaten today on both Weight Watchers and on the MyFitnessPal apps, because so many of you, I really need a haircut. So many of you in the comments yesterday said, Kev, just count calories, Weight Watchers is stupid. What are you doing with Weight Watchers? So I wanted to do a little bit of an experiment, and I'm going to show you exactly what I've eaten today. I'm going to show you what Weight Watchers think of it. I'm going to show you what MyFitnessPal thinks of it. I'm going to ask you what you think of it. Tell me if you think it's a healthy day or not. Tell me if the apps are right or not about whether it's a healthy day. So basically, to run you through my day, I'll do it on Weight Watchers, even though it doesn't include everything. I haven't bothered putting fruit and veg on here because they just count for nothing, so I've not bothered to track them. So as you can see from the top of the screen there, I've actually gone over my 60 point allowance there. I've used 66 points, but I'll talk you through my day, and I don't think I've eaten that much. I'm starving hungry, as it's 5 to 9 at the moment. Ignore the time it says on my phone. Apparently when you screen capture an iPhone, it always shows that time, 100% battery and no service provider. Who knew? So I've gone over my allowance. I've had today, again, ignore the word McDonald's, it's just any white coffee. It was the only one I could find in the database. That's something I'm finding really restrictive about the Weight Watchers app, actually. It is really difficult to find anything in it. It seems very Americanized. Tesco didn't seem to be on there for some simple stuff. So I've had to do best guesses on a lot of cases, which when you compare that to MyFitnessPal, where the database is massive, that's a massive drawback of Weight Watchers. But I had 3 Weetabix with milk and a cup of coffee for breakfast. That was 9 points. For lunch, and I don't like the way you can't separate lunch from snacks, so it's kind of all in the same place, but for lunch, I had a Tesco chicken and bacon Caesar salad with pasta, which 13 points I got for that. It's like 450 calories. We'll look at it in MyFitnessPal in a second. Plus I had a banana, some strawberries and a bag of crisps. As snacks throughout the rest of the day, I also had another banana, more strawberries and another bag of crisps. I know I shouldn't eat 2 bags of crisps in one day. I needed them. And I was within my limit at the time, or I thought it was going to be. I also had a pack of those Fridge Raiders little chicken bite things. All of that, so lunch and snacks combined, 27 points. And this is where it gets really silly. My tea, I had lasagna and salad. It was just an individual portion of lasagna. It was a Jamie Oliver Ministry of Food individual lasagna portion. It makes a big lasagna. It can serve 4 to 6 people. When we did the batch cooking, I did it so that I split it into 6, so it's the smallest portion of this lasagna you could possibly have. MyFitnessPal tells me it's less than 500 calories. Weight Watchers tells me it's 30 points when I put the ingredients in individually, if we just look at what the ingredients are, because I had a little bit of Caesar dressing on my salad. That's 3 points apparently. There's creme fraiche in it, about 2 tablespoons I would guess, maybe a little bit less, but 11 points for creme fraiche. Then just the other ingredients that are on there, you can see what's in there, and all of that ridiculously adds up to 30 points. So as far as Weight Watchers are concerned, it's just about an acceptable day. I get my weekly points of, I think, 42 points a week to go over budget with. I have gone over my daily amount. as far as Weight Watchers are concerned, I still need to cut down a little bit to be exactly where I should be. If we compare that to MyFitnessPal though, which is there, MyFitnessPal tells a different story, and I think I agree with MyFitnessPal a little bit more, and this is the bit I want your feedback on. Again, I warned you it was going to be this nerdy. If you're expecting this to suddenly get different at some point, it's not going to today. If you're already bored, move on, come back tomorrow. It's not going to get any more interesting than this. This is me really analysing something and wanting your input on it. So if you're as nerdy about this stuff as I am, stick around, help me out. So, MyFitnessPal tells me based on my height, my weight, what I want to lose, how much. I've said based on zero exercise at all, I should have 1,940 calories a day, but then it takes my Fitbit steps and adds it on. As you can see, it's done at the top of the screen there. So I started with 1,940 calories. I've done 919 calories worth of exercise just by walking around, 7,500 steps for the day. I've done no exercise, but I'm quite active. I've eaten 2,200 calories worth of food, so in theory, according to them, I've got 646 calories left over. If we look at my food for the day, it's the same stuff. So breakfast was 355 calories. That came out at 9 points. That seems insane. Lunch, my lunch was 726 calories, which if you remember, lunch and snacks combined on Weight Watchers was 27 points. So it's 1,200 calories across the two of them. I guess that seems about right. But the bit where I really want to complain is dinner, because my dinner, 628 calories. So that's the lasagna, which I could find the Jamie Oliver lasagna in the database. Big thumbs up for MyFitnessPal that I could do that. I had to list all the ingredients individually on the other one, so it's straight away going to be less accurate, I guess. Plus the salad, plus the dressing. 628 calories. MyFitnessPal tells, Weight Watchers tells me that's 30 points. Half of my daily allowance of food has gone on that meal, which is only 628 calories. I just can't believe that can possibly be right. And then if we have a look at my nutrition for the day, that's my nutrition split according to MyFitnessPal. You can't get this kind of information out of Weight Watchers. That annoys me a little bit. I enjoy the science side of it. It's the fact that I can't stop myself overeating that is a problem. The actual nitty-gritty of how it all works I really find quite interesting. But that's my split for the day. So dead on where I should be on my protein. 20% of my allowance is protein. I've had a little bit too much fat, not quite enough carbohydrate. There's different rules of thumb really about how that split should be. Perhaps a little bit more protein and keep carbs and fat fairly roughly where they are. But as far as I'm concerned, I think that's a decent-ish split. I don't think I can look at individual nutrients because I've not paid for the upgrade. Oh, maybe I can. That's quite interesting. So yeah, that's where we were with the different nutrients. So as expected, I've had a little bit too much fat. Salt's okay. Oh dear, I have too much vitamin C. I think I'll be okay. And not very much sugar. Bonus, didn't have very much sugar. So to me, if you were to hand that to someone who doesn't know anything about anything and say, well, what do you think then? Your net calories, there you go, 1,294. I don't know what that means. That's how many I've got left over, is it, in theory? So I'm way under my calorie allowance for the day. I'm on a roughly okay split. I could have had a little bit less fat maybe, but other than that, we're generally okay. And it all seems to work. Am I an idiot? Do I not understand this right? I think Weight Watchers is trying to force me into doing something unrealistic, because Weight Watchers, the impression I'm getting from that is that it hasn't been a good day. Whereas MyFitnessPal tells me it has been a good day, or does it not? Should I be below the 1,940? Are they both basically telling me the same thing? Because if we look at just calories in and ignore exercise, which I'm kind of tempted to do because I haven't actually done any specific exercise, then they're both telling me I'm a little bit over my allowance for the day. I don't really know which one I'm going to use. I can't go through the next three months tracking myself on both of them. But I like the convenience of the database on MyFitnessPal. I'm really interested to know the thoughts of people who've used one or both, particularly the people who've used both of them before, and how you found using them long term. Because I guess with Weight Watchers, the whole convenience thing, that starts to disappear a little bit after a while, because if we go back into Weight Watchers, you'll see that I'm already saving, like that lasagna and salad meal, I've saved that now, so next time I have that, it's already saved and set up in there. It really annoys me that apparently it's 30 points. If Anna had had the same dinner as me, which she didn't, she had something else out of the batch cooking, she doesn't like lasagna, but if she'd have had that same meal, that would have been her entire daily food allowance wiped out in one go. She has 30 points a day on Weight Watchers, A small portion of lasagna and a salad would have been it. No more food for that day, according to Weight Watchers. I just can't believe that's a healthy way to live. I've talked long enough today. Let me turn this thing off, get that out of the way. Let me know down in the comments what your thoughts on all this are. I don't really know what I should be doing, whether I should knock Weight Watchers on the head straight away, not because I can't do it. I'm hungry, but I won't eat again today. I think I've eaten a fairly sensible day. It would have been nice to have maybe one less bag of crisps and maybe a yogurt or something instead of that, maybe, I don't know. But we're nitpicking a little bit compared to how I normally eat. It's been a good day, but Weight Watchers has just frustrated me a little bit, and MyFitnessPal seems to work a little bit better for how my mind works, but perhaps I'm missing something. Perhaps there's a massive advantage of Weight Watchers that I've not considered. It has made me think a little bit more about eating the right foods. I found myself when I was using just MyFitnessPal earlier in the year, for like the first 6 weeks of this vlog, that's what I was using. I did lose over a stone, so it worked, but I was finding that I was eventually starting to try and cheat the system. Okay, I've got 2,000 calories for the day, but if I go for a walk, I can have an extra 500. That gives me 1,000 spare. If I have 1,000 spare, I can have a Big Mac meal. And that then starts to think, okay, is it really a diet anymore? I guess I was losing weight, but I know I shouldn't be eating Big Mac meals. I wouldn't be able to do that on Weight Watchers because it forces, when I was hungry today, I was looking at, right, what are these 0 point meals, 0 point foods that I can have? I can have slices of wafer thin chicken. I can have a banana. I can have some strawberries. And it was making me eat better food. Whereas if I'd have just been doing MyFitnessPal, I probably would have eaten the same amount of calories, but instead of having the fruit, I perhaps would have had a Twix, which is roughly the same kind of calorie amount. So I guess Weight Watchers has made me think about it a little bit more, but long term, I don't know if that's going to be its downfall, the fact that I'm having to think too much. Let me know what you think. Thank you for bearing with me today. Normal service will resume soon. Early warning. 2 days time, Wednesday this week is another parents evening, so we will be doing another Q&A. So if you missed out on questions because you watched the vlog later in the day or whatever, put your questions on this video and we'll do that. In fact, everyone, Q&A questions for 2 days time in this video to give everyone a chance to get them in, and I'll try and get through as many of them as I possibly can on Wednesday like we did a couple of weeks ago. Thank you for watching. Is a thumbs up better than pointing?